he did it, guys. Donald J. Trump did it. He has officially involved the United States in the conflict going on between Iran and Israel. Oh boy. I'm sure you guys have heard by now. Trump has carried out airstrikes on 3 nuclear sites in Iran. So for those who are not hip to the hippity hop, have not been paying attention, basically Iran and Israel, they've been beefing. They've been beefing as if Israel doesn't already have enough beef, right? But now they beefing with Iran, and they've been going back and forth, trading like airstrikes, and Donald J. Trump and the Trump administration decided to get involved. And the first thing that came to mind when I saw that was all of the comments I received. When I got on my social media and I talked about, I gave my predictions for what and mind you, I'm using the word prediction very loosely. Because when I say I was making predictions, what I mean is I was literally just repeating what Donald Trump said out of his own goddamn mouth. Okay? Because it wasn't a prediction. I wasn't using any psychic abilities. I wasn't using any, of my, pattern recognition. It was literally me just repeating what that man said out of his own goddamn mouth. Okay. And when I did that, when I came to social media and I talked about all the things that this man said he was gonna do, I can't help but remember how so many MAGA Republicans got into my comments to tell me, oh, well, at least he's not going to get us into war. They voted for him because they knew that he would keep us out of war. Just like the tariffs were just negotiation tactics, right? That was the tariffs, just negotiation tools. And then he actually enacted them. And then he revoked them, and then he enacted them again. But I thought they were just negotiation tools. That's what MAGA said. And now here we are. And then MAGA said that he was going to be a no-war president, keep us out of war. And look, here we are. He got American troops out there doing airstrikes on nuclear sites in Iran. Which, by the way, Iran came back and said, guess what, motherfuckers? We knew you was going to do that. We emptied those nuclear sites out. The gag is you missed us. I can't help but think about those MAGA Republicans who said we weren't going to war, that he was going to keep us out of war. He wasn't a warmonger like the Democrats. And listen, not to say that the Democrats don't be messy. They don't be out here doing nonsense like this too. But I just am curious to see where those MAGA Republicans are now. And when I say I'm curious, I'm not. I'm just hypothetically speaking, because I already know, I'm sure where they are right now is already coming up with a justification for why they support this war that Donald Trump is trying to get the United States into. I told y'all in a previous episode, Donald Trump thinks that the United States needs to be run like a business. That's why he's always talking about making deals. That's not how you're going to make a deal. Zelensky from Ukraine, you're not going to make a deal like that. That's why he's always constantly talking about making deals, okay? That's why he's sitting here and about to crash the economy. Everybody's wondering, why is he crashing? Because he's trying to crash the economy just like all of his cronies crash the businesses that they buy up. And then, go in there and deplete them of everything and then file for bankruptcy to turn a profit and screw everybody who worked for that company. He's operating in that mentality. And what is better for business than war? What is better for business than war? You guys have to see what's going on in the big picture, in the lens of how that man thinks. This man thinks he's running a business, and his goal is to make as much money as he can out of this business. I mean, he's shilling Bitcoin, like credit cards, Bibles, gold sneakers, like what? And then what? Oh, now he's shilling a freaking what is it? Cell phone. He's shilling cell phones now, and wireless service. This man is here to make as much of a buck as possible and also stay out of jail. That's another reason why he became president again. So it's just so interesting. You have to pay attention. You gotta pay attention to things from his lens. And like I said, he's running things like a business. And the question is, what is great for business? War. And that's exactly where he's trying to head us in this country, to another war in the goddamn Middle East. We just got out of the Middle East 15 minutes ago with Obama. We just got out of there. And now we're back. We're back. Oh boy.